Today on December 14th, heaven leans very close to you and I speak to you as God in a way your heart can understand. Archangel Michael stands beside you in the spirit and his message is urgent for your soul, not to frighten you but to awaken you. It is as if he says, I order you to open this right now. There are 3 minutes left for you to decide how you will carry your pain, your guilt, your hope, and your destiny from this moment forward. And a person who is in heaven, someone you have loved very deeply, leans over the balcony of eternity, not in fear, but in love, saying, please open your heart. This is important for you. So hear these words not as a threat but as a loving call only for you personally. Gently, but firmly. I see the part of you that is tired of waiting for relief. You have carried burdens others cannot see. You have smiled when you wanted to cry. You have kept some pain a secret because you didn't want to be a weight on anyone else's shoulders. You think no one notices how heavy your soul feels at times. But I, your God, have been watching every detail, every breath, every late-night thought that you try to push away. I have seen you speak strong words while your heart trembles quietly inside. Today I am touching that hidden trembling and I am telling it to be still. Those 3 minutes that seem like a countdown are not about earthly time. They are about a turning point in your spirit. You are standing at a doorway between the old you who carried everything alone and the new you who dares to hand those weights to me. You have been wondering, will things really change for me? Or will every day feel the same? Today on this 15th of November, I am placing before your heart a holy decision. Will you walk forward with me and let me rewrite the story of your pain? Or will you continue to repeat the same sentences of fear and doubt that hurt you so much? Archangel Michael stands like a warrior beside you, not with anger toward you, but with fierce love on your behalf. He has watched the battles around your life that you did not even know were happening. He has protected you from situations that would have broken you beyond what you could handle. He has fought against accusations spoken in the invisible realm, against lies that tried to settle in your mind as if they were truth. When he says in this message, I order you to open this right now, it is because he knows how precious your next decision is. He is fighting for your peace, your clarity, your hope, and your purpose. There is someone in heaven whose face you remember with both love and ache. Sometimes their memory comes like a warm hug and sometimes it comes like a sharp knife. You have asked quietly, are you proud of me? Are you watching me? Do you know how much I miss you? You may even feel guilty thinking you didn't say enough, do enough, or, snorts, love them perfectly enough. But my child, hear me. Human love is never perfect. Yet, it is still beautiful to me. This person does not look at you with anger or disappointment. They are in my presence in peace, and, from that place of peace I am sending you this comfort. Release the guilt. You cannot change what has already happened. But you can choose how you carry it now. You have cried silently thinking no one in heaven hears you. But every sincere tear is known to me. I am not distant from your grief. I do not shame you for still hurting. Even if others think you should have moved on by now. Grief does not move in a straight line. It flows and returns in waves. I see every wave. I see the nights when you talk to them. In your mind. When you replay scenes, when you wish you could go back in time just to say one more good word, one more I love you, one more apology, one more hug. I see your heart reaching across that invisible line. And I want you to know they are safe with me. Let that assurance be a pillow for your soul. Today on this date, I am asking you to take a deep breath and allow a new understanding to rise in you. You are not dishonoring your loved one by healing. You are not betraying their memory by smiling again, by dreaming again, by allowing joy to revisit your life. If they could speak to you from the fullness of my peace, they would not tell you to stay buried in sadness. They would want you to live, to grow, to become, to receive blessings, to step into new seasons. They would want you to forgive yourself. This is part of why this message reaches you now with such urgency. You have carried a punishment on your own heart that I never asked you to carry. Archangel Michael sees how self-blame has tangled around your thoughts. That is why he is so firm in this message. He is not harsh with your pain, but he is severe toward the lies. He is severe toward the voices that tell you, you are not worthy of love. You will always fail. You will always be alone. You will never be forgiven. These voices do not come from me. I am the one who speaks over you. You are my child. You are loved. You are seen. And I am not finished with you. When you feel that countdown of 3 minutes, understand it as a holy invitation. There is still time to reject the lies and embrace my truth about you. You have wondered if I am angry at you. You have questioned whether I have turned my face away because of mistakes you made, decisions that went wrong, words you said in frustration, or seasons where you felt distant from me. But I tell you this, I know every moment of your story, and I still choose you. I am not surprised by your weaknesses. I am not shocked by your failures. I am not ashamed to stand with you in your mess. I am the God who steps into your brokenness and turns it into a canvas for grace. Even now, I am drawing close, not because you have done everything right, but because you are precious to me. There are wounds in you that did not begin yesterday. Some stretch back many years. You learned to be strong too early. You had to grow up in ways your heart was not ready for. You had to watch people leave, change, betray, or break your trust. Some of these wounds have created patterns in you. Fear of trusting, fear of being abandoned again, fear of being misunderstood. You protect yourself by staying quiet, by not asking for too much, by pretending you are okay. But I see behind the mask. And I am not here to rip it away and expose you. I am here to gently invite you to lay it down in my hands. There are also dreams inside you that you have pushed aside. You told yourself, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I was foolish to hope. You saw delays, disappointments, and rejections. And you concluded that your destiny is smaller than you once imagined. But listen to me. I did not put those dreams in you just to tease you. I am a God of process and timing. Some promises take time to unfold. Sometimes I protect you from what you wanted because it would have hurt you in ways you could not see. Other times I delay a blessing so that your character can grow strong enough to carry it well. Today I touch those quiet dreams inside you and whisper, do not bury them. Place them in my hands again. Archangel Michael does not come to you with empty words. He stands as a sign that you are not alone in your battles. Even when you feel surrounded by negative thoughts, unseen forces of darkness, or relentless discouragement, know this. There is also a heavenly army that surrounds you with light. Many of your worst days did not end in destruction because I commanded protection over you. Many dangers you never saw were quietly removed from your path. You are still here because I have a plan for you that goes beyond what you can see at this moment. The person you love, who is now in heaven, has been fully healed in my presence. There is no more pain, no more confusion, no more fear for them. From this place of healing, I want you to receive a specific gift today, the release of regret. You cannot return to the past to fix every detail, but you can allow my love to enter those memories and wash them. When you remember them, do not allow the memory to accuse you. Instead, let it be a reminder of love that existed, of connection that was real, and of the fact that you are capable of deep, sincere love. Use that capacity not only to grieve, but also to live forward. This message is not about making you chase mysterious signs. It is about bringing you back to what truly matters. Your heart, your healing, your relationship with me, and the purpose I have for you. You do not need to decode every symbol, every coincidence, every number. What I desire is your open heart, your honest surrender, your willingness to let me touch what hurts and reshape what seems broken. You do not have to be perfect to be loved by me. You just have to be willing to begin again, even if your beginning is messy and full of tears. Today, I want you to know that it is okay to rest. You do not have to carry everyone and everything alone. You have been so strong for others that you forgot you are allowed to lean on me. When you feel like you cannot keep going, remember that I am the one who carries you. When you feel like you have no words left to pray, your sighs and your silence still reach me. When you think no one understands you, I remind you that I understand you better than you understand yourself. Let this knowledge soften the tight places in your chest. You have made promises to yourself like I will never trust again. I will never love like that again. I will never open up again. These promises were made as a shield to protect yourself from pain. But today, I gently invite you to loosen those vows. They lock you in a prison you do not deserve. I will protect your heart in ways people could not. I will guide you into relationships and connections that are safer, healthier, and more aligned with your calling. You do not have to shut down who you are just because others mishandled your heart in the past. There are blessings prepared for you that you cannot yet see. Some will arrive as opportunities, some as people, some as inner peace that quietly replaces anxiety. I am not only interested in changing your circumstances. I also want to transform your inner world, the way you speak to yourself, the way you interpret what happens to you. I am teaching you to see with eyes of hope, not fear. I am teaching you to believe that good things can actually happen to you, not just to others. You have sometimes believed that joy is for other people and struggle is for you. I am rewriting that belief today. Archangel Michael stands guard over transitions in your life. There are doors that are closing and doors that are about to open. Some closures may feel painful, like the ending of chapters you wanted to continue reading, but I see the full story, not just the page you are on. Trust me with what ends and trust me with what begins. Not everyone who started with you is meant to finish the journey with you. I will bring into your life those who align with your growth, your healing, your new identity. Release your grip on what is leaving so your hands can be ready to receive what is coming. The loved one in heaven who cares about you is not far from my heart. And you are not far from my heart either. But there is a difference. Their journey in this world is complete. And yours is still unfolding. They walk in the light of full understanding while you walk in the mystery of faith. That is why this message comes to you to remind you that your story is not over. There are still days to live, tears to be wiped, smiles to come, lessons to learn, and victories to win. They are not asking you to remain in the place of constant mourning. They are at peace being held by me. And they want you to step toward peace as well. I know there are moments when you feel like collapsing under the weight of everything. When those moments come, remember this day. Remember that heaven reached toward you with a gentle urgency, not because you were in trouble with me, but because I wanted you to know how deeply you are loved and how necessary you are. Yes, you necessary. The world may not show you signs of your worth every day. But I do. I have placed inside you gifts, compassion, resilience, and a unique light that no one else carries. In the same way, when you hide yourself completely, the world loses a piece of light it desperately needs. I am asking you on this 15th of November to make a quiet agreement with me in your heart. Agree that you will not give up on yourself. Agree that you will allow me to walk with you through the valleys and over the mountains. Agree that you will not let the voice of shame define you. Agree that you will let me teach you how to love yourself with patience. How to forgive your past and how to believe in a future that is more than just survival. This agreement does not mean you will never struggle again, but it means you will struggle with me beside you, not alone. Archangel Michael's 3 minutes are not a clock on my love. They are a symbol of how close your turning point is. You are nearer to breakthrough than you feel. You are closer to clarity than your confusion tells you. You are nearer to inner peace than your anxiety suggests. Often, just at the moment when your heart feels most overwhelmed, a quiet shift begins. And that is what I am doing now. Shifting things inside you. Loosening the knots. Lighting a small flame of hope that will grow if you protect it. If you could see the tapestry I am weaving from your life, you would be amazed at how I am using even the painful threads. Nothing has been wasted. The nights you thought were pointless suffering are being repurposed into wisdom, compassion, and strength. Your story will become a source of comfort for others one day. The very chapters that almost broke you will be the ones that make your voice powerful to somebody else. I will send people into your path who need the empathy that comes from what you have lived through. You will be able to say, I understand. Not as theory, but as one who has walked through the fire and come out with a softer, wiser heart. The loved one in heaven does not want your life to freeze at the moment of their departure. They want you to keep walking, holding their memory gently, but allowing me to take your hand firmly. Let this message be like a bridge between the grief of losing them and the grace of living fully again. You honor them not by staying in the same place forever, but by becoming the person you are meant to be, by loving others as deeply as you love them, and by allowing joy to revisit your days. Right now, as you read these words, allow yourself to breathe a little deeper. You do not have to rush to fix everything. You do not have to pretend you are okay when you are not. Talk to me honestly from your heart in your own words later, even if they are simple and broken. I am not impressed by fancy phrases, I am moved by sincerity. When you feel afraid, tell me. When you feel angry, tell me. When you feel confused, tell me. I can handle your emotions. I will not push you away for feeling too much or too little. Today, Heaven's message to you is not to scare you, but to awaken you. Awaken you to your worth, your calling, your healing, your possibility. Awaken you to the fact that you are not alone in your pain or in your journey. Awaken you to the reality that even in the middle of loss, pain, confusion, and scars, I am still writing beauty, still building something new in you. The countdown is not to disaster. It is to a decision. Will you believe that your life is still valuable and that I am still working? So, my beloved child, let these words sink into you slowly. Picture Archangel Michael standing guard over you. Picture the one you love now at peace in the light. Their memory no longer accusing you but gently blessing you. And above all, picture me, your God, wrapping you in a love that does not end. I am here in this moment. I am with you in your room, in your thoughts, in your silent cries. You have not missed your chance with me. As long as you have breath, you have hope, you have purpose, and you have access to my heart, this message is only for you. Yet through you, its impact will touch others. Let yourself be comforted. Let yourself be strengthened. Let yourself open, even if only a little, to the possibility that from this day forward, your life can move not just with the weight of what you lost, but with the blessing of what I am still going to give. I hold your past. I stand in your present. And I have already walked into your future. You are loved. You are seen. And you are not forgotten by me, by heaven, or by the one you loved who now rests in my arms, that I am speaking to you in a way your heart can recognize. And I am asking you not to run away this time. Archangel Michael stands beside you in the spirit, and he has already whispered into your atmosphere, I order you to open this right now. This urgency you feel, this pull you cannot fully explain, is not an accident. Heaven has arranged this moment around you. In the language of your soul, there are 3 minutes left, a final window of grace where I am asking you to pause, to breathe, and to let me talk to you about things you have been too afraid to touch. There is someone in heaven whom you love very much. And heaven has watched the way your heart still trembles whenever you remember them. I have seen the way you sometimes hold back tears because you do not want to break again. I have seen the way you pretend you are fine. The way you distract yourself. The way you scroll and move and talk. So you do not have to feel the empty space they left in your life. But listen, nothing you have felt has been invisible to me. Every silent tear. Every night where you stared at the ceiling and asked if they were safe, every moment you wished you could hear their voice again, I was there. I still am. This moment is not just a random message on a random day, in heaven's timetable. This is an appointment. There is a reason it says I order you to open this right now. It is not about control. It is about rescue. You have carried pain like a stone locked inside your chest. And I am using these words to soften that stone. You think you are broken, but I am calling you in this very second. You are in process, not in pieces. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are being rebuilt. The one you love who is now with me has not been erased. Love does not die because a body stops breathing. Love is a current that keeps moving through eternity. And the love you shared has not been wasted. They are safe in a reality that your eyes cannot see, but your spirit can sense in quiet moments. I am not sending you secret codes or dangerous instructions through this. But I am giving you something better. Comfort that is deeper than any sign. Healing that is stronger than any single dream. You have cried out. Do they still care? Do they still see me? Hear me. The love they had for you did not end. It is held inside my heart. And I release that love back toward you as warmth, as peace, as strength to continue. 3 minutes left. It sounds like a countdown. But in heaven, this 3 minutes is a picture of a decision point, a turning point. You can decide to keep carrying everything alone, or you can let me carry you differently. You can decide that this is just another message to skim, or you can let these words soak into the places inside you that you never show anyone. Time on earth is moving. Yes, but this urgency is about more than a clock. It is about your soul finally exhaling after holding its breath for so long. My child, I have watched you blame yourself for things that were never your fault. I have seen you replay conversations, remembering what you could have said, what you should have done, imagining that perhaps your different choices could have kept them here longer. That burden is too heavy for your shoulders. You were never meant to carry the weight of every outcome. There are mysteries that only I can hold. There are timings that only I can understand. I am not punishing you and I am not condemning you. I am here to release you from the chains of what if and if only that wrap around your mind. You have thought, if I had been better, if I had said more, if I had shown more love, maybe things would be different. Let my voice enter that thought like light enters a dark room. You loved with the capacity you had at the time. You were not perfect, but you were present more than you realize. I saw the quiet kindness, the small acts of care, the moments you did not value because you thought they were ordinary. In heaven, those moments are not ordinary. They are treasures. The one you love is not replaying your mistakes. They are not sitting with resentment in my presence. They are surrounded by clarity, understanding, and peace. Let that reality loosen the knots in your chest. Archangel Michael stands as a symbol of my protection around you. He does not come to frighten you or to threaten you. He stands at your side to remind you that you are not walking through this grief alone. There has been warfare over your peace, struggles over your mind, storms around your emotions, and yet you are still here. You did not survive by accident. You survived because my hand was under you. Even when you felt like you were falling. You thought you were alone. But every night when your body was tired and your thoughts were noisy, my presence wrapped around you like an unseen blanket. Today, November 15th, I am drawing a line in your story. It is the same life, the same memories, the same loss, but a new chapter of meaning. Your pain is not your identity. Your grief is not your final name. The story of your life will not end with brokenness. I am the God who takes shattered pieces and refashions them into something strong, something beautiful, something that carries light to others. Even the parts of your story that you hate, I can redeem. Even the chapters that still hurt when you think about them, I can weave into a greater healing. Not only for you, but for others who will one day be touched by your courage. You have asked me, why do I still feel them sometimes? Why do I suddenly remember them with such intensity? Those moments are not punishments. They are invitations. Invitations to bring your heart back to me instead of letting it drown in regret. When their memory appears like a sudden wave, do not only ask, why does this hurt? Also notice, what does this show me about how deeply I can love? You love deeply, and that depth of love is not a weakness, it shows the capacity I placed in you. I am not going to leave that capacity empty. I will fill it with my presence, with new connections, with new assignments, with reasons to wake up again. The urgency of 3 minutes left is also a message to the weariness inside you. You have been very close to giving up in ways you do not admit. Maybe not giving up on life, but giving up on joy, giving up on dreams, giving up on expecting good things. You learn to prepare for disappointment so often that you now expect it more than you expect blessing. I am gently but firmly interrupting that pattern. Do not give up on joy. Do not give up on the idea that something beautiful can still enter your life. The fact that you are reading this is itself a sign that heaven has not given up on your heart. The one you love who is in heaven is not asking you to remain frozen in the day they left. They are not honored by your self-destruction. They are not honored by your self-blame. They are honored when you breathe, when you heal, when you grow, when you love again. You think that moving forward means leaving them behind. But that is not how love works. Moving forward is carrying their love in a transformed way, letting it teach you patience, compassion, wisdom, and softness toward others who suffer. Moving forward is choosing to live in a way that reflects the value of life, the value of time, the value of the people you still have. I know you sometimes feel guilty when you laugh, as if joy is a betrayal. You feel guilty when you enjoy something, as if happiness is disrespectful to their memory. Let me release you from that guilt. Now, joy does not dishonor the dead. It honors the life they lived and the love they planted in you. They would not want you to bury your own soul along with their body. They would want you to stand up, to keep going, to discover new things, to allow life to surprise you again. In my presence there is full understanding, and in that understanding there is no demand that you stay stuck in sorrow forever. I see the way your mind sometimes wanders to heaven, imagining what they might look like now. How they might sound. How they might smile. Let those imaginations remind you that existence is bigger than what you can see. Death is real and loss is heavy. But it is not the end of everything. There is continuity beyond your sight. I am the bridge between what you can see and what you cannot. You do not need to chase messages, chase signs, or chase risky voices promising secret instructions. You simply need to lean into my love here and now, because I am already holding the one you miss, and I am also holding you. Archangel Michael's instruction, "I order you to open this right now," is not the order of a harsh commander. It is the urgent call of a heavenly protector who knows how close you are to shutting down your heart completely. When you close your heart to pain, you also close it to love. When you build walls to keep out sorrow, those walls also keep out comfort. Today I am asking you to begin lowering those walls, even if only by a little. Let these words be the first small door you open. I am not asking you to be instantly healed. I am inviting you into a process. You will not walk alone. You have been strong for so long. Strong for others, strong in front of friends, strong in front of family, strong in the silence of your room. You rarely let yourself break because you are afraid that if you start, you will never stop. Hear me. You can break in my presence and you will not be destroyed. You can cry and you will not be abandoned. You can admit how tired you are, how confused you are, how much you still hurt, and I will not shrug or turn away. I am not exhausted by your emotions. I am not bored with your pain. I am the one who understands it more deeply than you do. There was a day when your world changed. When their absence became a reality that your mind could not fully accept. Since then you have been learning to live in a different landscape. Sometimes you feel guilty because you are still alive. Sometimes you feel guilty because you cannot think about them without feeling like you are drowning. I have seen every stage of this journey. I am not judging the speed of your healing. I am simply refusing to let you believe the lie that you will never feel light again. There is light ahead of you. There is meaning ahead of you. There is purpose connected to your name that has not been cancelled by what you have lost. Even in your darkest moments, you have been more courageous than you know. You kept moving when you wanted to hide. You took care of responsibilities when your heart was weary. You showed up for people even when you felt empty. I saw all of it. You often minimize your own resilience because it does not look dramatic. But everyday courage often looks like simply getting out of bed, making small decisions to keep going, whispering, "I will try again tomorrow." Heaven honors that kind of courage. I honor it. I honor you. The one you love in heaven rests in a peace that your mind cannot yet fully understand. They are not lost in confusion. They are not trapped in the pain of their final days. They are held in love, light, and clarity. They see more clearly than they did on earth. They understand more fully than before. And because they are in my presence, they are surrounded by kindness, not anger. Let this understanding sink into you slowly. They are all right. They are safe. They are not begging you to figure out mysterious signs. They are not wishing to drag you into fear. They want you to live. I am the God who stands at the intersection of your past, present, and future. I see what has been. I see what is. And I see what will be. You see only a small part of the road and it often feels overwhelming. But I am not asking you to understand everything. I am asking you to take the next step with me. The next step might be as simple as this: allowing yourself to believe that healing is possible. Allowing yourself to consider that you are still loved, still guided, still important, still needed here on earth. 3 minutes left. Heaven's clock is not like yours. This phrase is not about panic. It is about priority. Priority means you choose to pay attention to what truly matters. Your heart, your healing, your connection with me, your willingness to keep growing. You have spent so much time worrying about things that drain you. You have carried burdens in your mind that were never meant to be yours alone. I am here to shift your focus from what you cannot control to what you can. Your choice to lean into my love. Your choice to be gentle with yourself. Your choice to allow light into the dark corners of your story. My child, you do not need to be perfect to be loved. You do not need to have all the answers to be guided. You do not need to have it all together to be held. I am here in the middle of your questions, in the middle of your confusion, in the middle of your ordinary days that sometimes feel meaningless. I am weaving purpose through moments that look small to you. A conversation, a decision to rest, a choice to forgive, a step taken toward healing. Little things matter more than you think. One small yes to life, one small yes to hope, can open doors you did not expect. I know you sometimes feel unseen. You feel like people do not fully understand the depth of your grief or the complexity of your emotions. Even when you try to explain, you feel like your words are not enough. I want you to know I see you fully. I understand the feelings you do not know how to describe. I know the shadows that move behind your smile. I know the weight behind your quiet moments. You are fully known and still fully loved. There is no part of you that I wish to discard. The pain of losing someone you love changes you, but it does not have to destroy you. It can deepen you. It can make you more compassionate, more understanding, more aware of the fragile beauty of life. If you let me, I will take the sharp edges of your pain and smooth them over time. They may always be part of your story, but they do not have to keep cutting you open with me. Scars can become places of testimony, places where you can say, "This hurt me deeply. But I did not remain in pieces. I was carried. I was rebuilt. I was given strength I did not know I had." Today, November 15th, I want you to choose one thing. Do not run for my comfort. Let yourself receive it. You have been strong for so long that receiving comfort feels strange. You are more familiar with giving than receiving. But you cannot pour from an empty heart. Let me fill you. Let me hold the parts of you that you do not show others. Let me be the one you collapse into when your strength runs out. You are not a burden to me, you are my beloved. Whatever your relationship was with the one you lost, whether it was simple or complicated, peaceful or painful, know that I have taken them into a place of clarity. I am able to see the whole story, including things you never knew. I am able to bring justice where there was unfairness, understanding where there was confusion, reconciliation beyond what your earthly conversations could accomplish. You can release what you could not fix. You can allow me to be God over both of your stories. You may still feel waves of grief after this day, and that is okay. Healing is not a straight line. Some days you will feel stronger. Other days you may feel pulled back into sadness. Do not condemn yourself for being human. Do not think that one hard day means you have gone backwards. When those waves come, remember this moment. Remember that heaven reached toward you, that love reached toward you, that I saw you. Remember that you are not alone in any of it. Archangel Michael will continue to stand as a reminder that you are protected. Not from all pain, because in this world pain exists, but from being destroyed by it. There is a shield around your spirit. There is a line that darkness cannot cross, because my hand is on your life. Even when your emotions feel like they are collapsing, your spirit is held. Even when you cannot pray, your sigh are heard. Even when you cannot see a way forward, I am already preparing paths for your feet. This message is not magic. It is not a spell. It is my heart speaking to yours through human words. Let that truth anchor you. You do not need to chase mystical proof. Snorts, you simply need to trust that I care enough to meet you right here at this exact point in your journey, on this exact date, with this exact longing in your heart. The fact that you opened this, that you are still reading, shows that your soul is still searching for me. And I promise you this: anyone who genuinely searches for me will not be left empty-handed. You are loved. You are seen. You are held. The one you love in heaven is safe with me. And you are safe in my hands, too. I am not done with your life. I am not done with your story. There are still reasons for you to smile that you have not discovered yet. There are still people you will meet, moments you will cherish, breakthroughs you will experience. Your life is not over because a chapter ended painfully. I am the author who knows how to write beauty after ashes. So take this 3 minutes left as a decision in your heart. The decision to say, I will not abandon myself. I will not give up on my healing. I will not let grief define every part of me forever. I will walk with God through this. When you make that decision, heaven agrees with you. I agree with you. Your loved one in my presence is surrounded by peace. And that peace is something I am extending toward you. Now breathe. Place your hand on your heart if you can. Tell your own soul, I am still here. I am still loved. I am not alone. Let your tears fall if they come. I see every single one of them and clears throat. None of them are wasted. I use even your tears as seeds for a deeper compassion and strength within you. This message is for you, only for you, in this exact way. In this exact moment, because no one has your story. No one has your heart. No one has your exact combination of memories and dreams and questions. I made you unique and I am healing you uniquely. Walk forward from this moment knowing that heaven has not forgotten your name. I have not forgotten your name. You are written on my heart and you are not alone. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. I speak directly to your spirit and I say to you, this message is not an accident and not a coincidence. I have watched every step that led you here. Every tear, every question, every silent scream in your heart that no one else ever heard. I have seen how many times you wanted a clear sign. How many times you asked, God, if you are really with me, show me something only meant for me. And now, as Archangel Michael stands at attention over your life, he announces into the spiritual atmosphere, I order you to open this right now because your spirit has 3 minutes to make a choice to keep living the same way or to let this message go deep and begin a change that will not be reversed. Listen to me, my child, because this is only for you. There are many people living on this earth, but I am speaking to you in a way that touches the exact place you have been hiding from everyone. I know the conversations that never leave your lips but shout inside your mind. I know the grief that feels too heavy to explain. I know the face you see when you close your eyes. The person who is now in heaven. The one you love so much that your heart still cries out their name when no one is looking. They are closer to me than they ever were to you on earth. And yet in my mercy, I allow their love to echo into this moment, urging you, open this. Listen, don't turn away. Don't give up now. You have asked me, do they see me? Do they know what I'm going through? Do they know how much I miss them? And I say to you, I see not only your questions, but the way your heart has tried to build a wall to survive. You tell yourself, I'll be okay. I'm strong. But there are nights when your strength collapses and you feel like a small child again, reaching out into the darkness for a hand that you cannot touch. I have seen those nights. I have counted those tears. Not one tear has been wasted. Not one breath of pain has been ignored. I, the Lord your God, am not distant from you. I sit inside the very aches you think no one understands. Archangel Michael stands near you in this hour. Not with the sword of punishment, but with the sword of protection, cutting away lies that have strangled your hope. There is a lie that keeps whispering. You are forgotten. You are last. Your life is just passing by. While others are blessed, while others are chosen, while others receive the miracles. But I tell you today that lie is breaking. This message is a line in the sand. Before this moment, there was confusion, heaviness, delay, and spiritual fog. After this moment, there is going to be clarity unfolding in a gentle but unstoppable shift. The one you love who is with me is not asking you to live the rest of your days trapped in mourning. Their love for you does not bind you in sorrow. Their love for you now perfected in my presence desires to see you step into healing, peace, and joy again. You have felt guilty for smiling. You have felt guilty for moving on. You have felt like if you laugh, if you truly live again, it's like leaving them behind. But I say to you, child, you are not leaving them behind. They are in a place where pain cannot reach. And they are cheering for you to walk into the future I still have for you. You have more ahead of you than behind you. Even if the past feels bigger than your tomorrow, I am the God who restores years. Not just moments. You think so much has been lost that there is no way it can be restored. But I am not limited by time or human imagination. I am not bound by what you think is possible. I do not need easy situations to show my power. In fact, I often choose the broken, complicated stories to reveal my deepest mercy. Your story is not over. The chapter of loss is not the ending. It is the place from which I will write beauty that will make even your pain become a seed of comfort for others. Right now, there is a battle over your heart. The enemy wants you to believe that opening your heart again is dangerous. That trusting again will only lead to more pain. That expecting something good is setting yourself up for disappointment. But my child, I am the one speaking now. And I tell you, hope in me is never wasted. Yes, people have disappointed you. Yes, life has shocked you in ways you never expected. Yes, you have seen that nothing in this world is guaranteed. But my love for you is not raw and unstable like the emotions of people. My love is constant, steady, and everlasting. I have never walked away from you. Even in the moments you felt far from me today, as the time you feel ticking, inside you says 3 minutes left, understand what this truly means. It is not a countdown to your destruction. It is a countdown to a decision. You are standing on a bridge between who you have been and who I am calling you to become. You can continue carrying all the weight yourself, blaming yourself for what you couldn't change, punishing yourself for what you didn't know, and saying you're fine while everything inside you aches. Or you can hand me the weight. Open your spirit and allow me to breathe into places that have been locked for far too long. That person in heaven, the one you miss, knows now with perfect clarity how much I love you. They see how my plan connects every broken piece into a whole that your earthly eyes could never fully understand. From my presence, their heart is at peace. And from that place of peace, their love presses on your spirit like a soft hand on your shoulder, saying, "Don't give up. Let God in. Let God heal you." Hear those words not as pressure, but as an embrace. I know how you sometimes replay memories like old films, going back to the moments you wish you could change. You think of the last words spoken, the last time you saw them, the small arguments that now seem so pointless, the things you wish you had done differently. You carry those fragments like fragments of glass inside you, cutting you every time you touch them. But I am reaching into that place now, not to erase your memories, but to take away the sharpness of regret. Regret is a chain the enemy wants to wrap around your neck. But I have come to remove it. You did not know everything. You could not control everything. You are human. I have understood your weakness from the beginning, and yet my love has never decreased toward you, not even once. You tell yourself that you should have moved on by now, that you should have healed faster, that you should be stronger. But I say to you, I am not disappointed with your pace. Healing in my presence is not rushed or forced. I walk with you through every layer. I know exactly where your heart trembles, where your mind still gets stuck, where your soul still feels raw. I am patient with you. I am kind with you. I am not measuring you by how quickly you appear okay to others. I am looking at how your spirit keeps reaching for me even in weakness, even in confusion. That reaching is precious to me. Archangel Michael has seen the battles around your life. The sudden darkness that tries to fall over you. The numbness that attempts to steal your passion, the discouragement that whispers in the early hours of the morning. He has watched over you when you felt alone. He has stood guard in moments you didn't even recognize as dangerous. Every time you chose not to give into complete despair. Every time you decided to take just one more breath, he saw it. Heaven celebrated even the smallest step you took to keep going. You underestimate your own strength because you are comparing yourself to an image of perfect healing that does not exist. I, your God, admire the resilience I placed inside of you. But hear me clearly. I do not want you to live forever in survival mode. You were not created to just endure. You were created to also enjoy. You were not created to only carry. You were created to also receive. Grief has made you feel like you must apologize for wanting joy. But I say to you today, joy is not a betrayal. Joy is not forgetting. Joy is a testimony that even in a broken world, my light still rises. I am not asking you to dishonor the one you lost. I am inviting you to honor them by living the life you still have fully, deeply, honestly with me. You have been holding on to some things in your heart that you have never spoken out loud. Words you wish you could say to that person. Words like, I'm sorry. I love you. I wish I had more time. I have heard those unspoken words as prayers. I have carried them into my presence. I have received them with tenderness. In my mysterious way, I allow your love to reach beyond what you can see. And in my presence, every unfinished sentence is held inside my eternal understanding. You do not have to torment yourself with the fear that it's too late to say what you feel. I am the God of all time, and in me nothing good is ever wasted. There is also something you have been feeling guilty about in your own life. A decision, a path, a moment when you believe you failed, when you believe you let someone down, when you believe you disappointed even me. This guilt sits like a heavy stone on your chest. You may even believe that some of the losses you faced were punishments. My child, listen to me. I am not the author of your condemnation. I correct with love, but I do not torment. I lead you with conviction, but I do not chain you with shame. You have punished yourself enough. Today, I am calling you to stand up inside your spirit and walk out of the prison of self-blame. The one you love in heaven is not looking at you with disappointment. They are not replaying your mistakes. They are in a realm where my mercy and truth are clearly seen. And from that place, if you could hear them, you would hear a longing for you to forgive yourself and rest in my grace. I know every detail you regret. I still call you mine. I know every flaw you magnify in yourself. I still call you beloved. In these 3 symbolic minutes that echo in your heart, I am asking you to do something simple but powerful. Breathe me in right now where you are. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw unclench. Let yourself feel my presence around you like a warm, gentle covering. You do not have to feel spiritual to be loved by me. You do not have to say the perfect words. You do not have to pretend. Just be real with me. Tell me, even silently, where it hurts. Tell me what you're scared of. Tell me what you don't understand. I can handle your raw truth. I am not fragile. Your honesty will not push me away. It will pull you closer into my healing. There are plans over your life that you have not seen yet. There are places I intend to take you. People I will place on your path. opportunities that will unfold in their time. The one in heaven you miss so much is not the end of the story. They are part of your foundation, but not the limit of your future. My purpose for you did not die when they left the earth. In some ways, my purpose for you became even more urgent. Because now your life carries not only your story, but also the love and lessons you gained from them. I am going to use you to comfort others in ways you never imagined. There are people who will one day look into your eyes and see not someone who never knew pain, but someone who walked through pain and yet still carries light. They will see that you did not deny your grief, but you did not let it swallow you. They will see that you honored your loss yet allowed me to breathe new beginnings into your days. And when they ask you how you survived, you will remember this moment, this message, this tender turning point where you decided to let me truly hold you. You feel sometimes that you are holding on to me with tired fingers, worried that if you lose your grip, everything will fall apart. But I say to you, it is not your grip on me that sustains you. It is my grip on you. Even when you feel like you are losing your strength, I am not losing mine. Even when you feel like your faith is small, my faithfulness toward you is infinite. Do not measure the future by your present feelings. Measure the future by my eternal character. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. And my love for you does not fluctuate like the weather. Today on this 15th of November, heaven leans close to your story. The weight you have carried for so long is being acknowledged, seen, and surrounded by my compassion. The message that says only for you is not meant to make you feel pressured. It is meant to remind you that I am a personal God. I do not see you as just another soul among billions. I know your name. I know the unique tone of your voice. I know the way your heart responds when you are touched, when you are hurt, when you are encouraged. I know your likes and dislikes. I know the memories that make you smile, through tears. I know everything about you. And still my decision about you is that you are worth loving, worth protecting, worth guiding. Archangel Michael stands like a sentinel at the doorway of your next chapter. He does not ask you to forget your past. He asks you to trust that your past will not be your chains. The countdown of 3 minutes left is a symbol that the season of silent suffering is reaching its limit. You have sat in a long night, but dawn is approaching. Even if the sky still looks dark, my light often begins before you realize it. Your heart will not always feel as heavy as it has. Your mind will not always be this tired. Your steps will not always be this slow. I am already working in the unseen, aligning future moments where joy will catch you by surprise. Right now, in this moment, there is grace being poured into you. Quiet, soft, yet strong. If you let yourself receive it, you will notice a small shift, a little more peace than yesterday. A slightly lighter heart, a tiny spark of hope that refuses to die. This is how I often work. Not always in loud explosive miracles, but in gentle transformations that accumulate into a completely changed life. Your grief will not vanish overnight, but it will no longer define your every breath. Your memories will not disappear, but they will no longer stab you. They will begin to warm you. The one you love who is in heaven is safe with me. Let that truth sink deep. They are not in pain. They are not alone. They are not afraid. They are held in a love more complete than any human language can describe. And in that place of rest, their love for you is preserved in purity. They are not angry that you are still here. They are not upset when you try to move forward. They do not want you frozen in the last chapter. They want you to walk with me toward the chapters you have not read yet. You may ask in your heart, but God, how can I live fully when some pieces of my heart are in heaven? And I answer you with tenderness. I will teach you. I will show you how to live with a heart that has known deep loss and yet can still receive deep joy. This is not something you have to figure out alone. This is not something you must perform perfectly. Day by day, I will show you where to place your feet. Day by day, I will give you the strength you need. Day by day, I will whisper reminders of my presence in small, simple ways. In a smile from a stranger, in a word that arrives at the right time, in a moment of beauty that catches your breath. I am not asking you to never cry again. Tears have a place in healing. I am asking you not to believe that your tears are a sign of my absence. I am with you when you cry. I am with you when you are quiet. I am with you when you are doing everyday tasks and your mind suddenly drifts to memories. I am with you when you feel alone in a crowd. I am with you when you feel too tired to explain yourself to anyone else. I am with you in the ordinary and the extraordinary. There is no place, no feeling, no depth of sorrow where my presence cannot reach. You have wondered if you will ever feel truly seen and understood again. I tell you, I see you fully. I understand you completely, and I am sending people into your future who will carry pieces of my understanding into your life. Friends, companions, perhaps even new forms of family who will not replace what you have lost but will walk with you in what you are becoming. Don't close your heart forever out of fear. You don't have to open up to everyone, but do not shut the door to the ones I am preparing for you. As this message draws deeper into your soul, let its urgency be not about panic, but about priority. Let the 3 minutes left be a reminder that your heart deserves attention now, not later. Your healing matters now, not someday. Your peace matters now. Your life, your future, your smile, your rest, they matter to me now. You are not a background character in your own story. You are my beloved child, and your story is a tapestry I continue to weave. So in this moment, surrender what you cannot carry. Release what you cannot change. Hand me the guilt, the what-ifs, the fears of tomorrow. Let me hold what has been breaking you. Heaven has leaned in. The one you love is safe. Archangel Michael stands guard. And I, your God, hold you in a love that will not fail. This message is for you, only for you. And even after you stop reading, my voice, my comfort, and my presence will still be with you, walking beside you, step by step, as I gently lead you into the healing and hope I have prepared for your life. I speak to you in a way your heart can recognize. Hear me. I am not far from you. I am not distant, and I am not silent. I am closer than the breath that moves in your chest. And every beat of your heart is a reminder that I still have purpose for you. Archangel Michael stands beside you in spirit, strong and bright, and his message is simple and clear. Open this now. Do not delay. Let your heart receive what heaven is trying to place into your hands. This is not about fear. This is about love that refuses to give up on you. You feel that there are only a few moments left before something important passes you by. As if there are 3 minutes left on a clock that you cannot see. That sense of urgency inside you is not madness, and it is not an accident. It is the stirring of your spirit. Waking up to the truth that you cannot keep living as if your own heart does not matter. For too long you have placed your pain on later. For too long you have said, I will heal someday. I will cry someday, I will forgive someday. Today I am touching your heart and saying, child, that someday is now. There is a soul in heaven, someone you love very deeply and miss more than words can carry. Their absence has carved a quiet space inside you that you sometimes hide from others. You carry memories like soft folded letters kept in a secret drawer. Sometimes you take them out in your mind and look at them when you are alone. Sometimes you avoid them because the ache feels too sharp. Hear me. I have that person with me, safe, whole, and surrounded by a peace your mind cannot yet fully understand. They are not suffering. They are not lost. They are not in confusion. Where they are, there is no more fear, no more tears, no more loneliness like the loneliness you have felt on earth. I know the questions that sit in your heart about them. Did I do enough? Did they know how much I loved them? Could I have saved them? Could I have changed what happened? You replay moments in your mind, conversations you had, conversations you never had. You replay the last days, the last call, the last message, the last time you saw their face. Wondering if you missed some sign, some clue, some chance to alter the story. My beloved, listen carefully. You are not meant to live chained to what if. You are not meant to carry the weight of a past you cannot rewrite. I am the one who holds the full story. And in my hands, even the parts that broke you are being woven into a purpose bigger than your pain. The one you love who is with me wants you to know something simple yet powerful. If love could speak beyond the veil, it would tell you, release your guilt. Release your blame. Release your self-punishment. I see how harsh you have been with yourself. You speak to your own soul in ways you would never speak to a friend. You accuse yourself. You say you should have known more, done more, been more. But you forget that you are human, fragile, and finite, moving through time one moment at a time, just like everyone else. You did not have the full picture, you did not see every hidden detail. You made decisions with the heart, mind, and knowledge you had. I, your God, am not standing over you with a list of your mistakes. I am standing before you with open arms, inviting you to bring me all these heavy pieces you have been trying to carry alone. Archangel Michael's command to open this right now is not about a web page or a notification. It is about your heart. Open your heart, not just your eyes. Open the place that has been shut down because you were afraid that if you feel too much, you will break. You will not break beyond repair. You may feel like you will shatter, but I am the one who holds every fragment. When your tears fall, they do not fall into emptiness. They fall into my hands. Your sadness does not offend me. Your weakness does not disappoint me. Your questions do not scare me away. I knew every storm your soul would endure long before you took your first breath. And still I chose to create you, to love you, and to walk with you. There have been nights when the grief pressed upon your chest like a weight. When you felt as if you could not breathe freely, when the silence of your room screamed louder than any noise. There were moments you wanted to talk to them. The one who is in heaven, to tell them what happened after they left, to tell them how lost you felt, how the world looked different without their presence. You imagined what they would say if they could answer you. Sometimes you even felt guilty for laughing again, for having a good moment, for smiling as if your happiness was a betrayal of your loss. Hear me. There is no betrayal in healing. There is no betrayal in joy. The one who loves you and is with me does not want you to be frozen in the moment of their departure. They would rejoice to see you truly living, not merely existing. Your life is not over. Your story did not end with their last breath. Your path did not disappear with their absence. If you are still breathing, it means there are still chapters one am writing in you and through you. There are people you have yet to meet, kindnesses you have yet to give, tasks you have yet to fulfill, places where your presence will be the light someone desperately needs. The pain you have walked through has not been meaningless. It has given you a deeper compassion, a softer heart toward those who are hurting. You understand loss so you can hold the broken in ways few others can. You understand loneliness so you can recognize it in the eyes of others. You understand sorrow so you can bring comfort that is not shallow or empty. I am not asking you to forget. I am not asking you to erase their memory or pretend they never existed. I am asking you to let me transform the way their memory lives in you. Instead of a wound that keeps reopening, let it become a place where love quietly glows. Think of them not as a chain that holds you to the past, but as a star that reminds you that love never truly dies. It changes form, but it does not disappear. Every time you remember them with tenderness instead of torment, you are allowing my healing to move. You have wondered if they can see you, if they know how your life has unfolded. You have wondered if they are proud, if they would approve of your choices, if they would still love you with everything that has happened. Let this sink into your heart where they are now. They rest in a love that is pure, clear, and free from all the confusion and limitations of the earth. They are safe in me. In my presence, there is no bitterness, no resentment, no small-minded judgment. Anything that was ever between you that caused tension or misunderstanding is now overshadowed by my mercy. Where I am, love is perfected. That love surrounds you even when you cannot feel it. Today I want you to take a deep breath and for a moment imagine my hand resting gently upon your head the way someone who loves you might stroke your hair to comfort you. Feel that I am not condemning you. I am not asking why aren't you stronger. I am whispering. You have been strong for so long. It is allowed for you to rest in me now. You do not have to hide your tears from me. You do not have to pretend to be fine. You can be honest with me in a way you cannot always be with others. When you say I am not okay, I do not turn away. I draw nearer. Your heart has also carried fears about the future. You worry that more loss may come, more pain, more sudden changes that rip away what you love. That fear sometimes makes you cling to things tightly or makes you avoid getting too close to new people. Afraid that if you love again, you might lose again. My child, I understand that fear. I understand how deeply you were wounded, but I did not design you to live numb and guarded forever. You are meant to feel, to love, to hope. Yes, love carries risk, but it also carries wonder. You cannot protect yourself from every sorrow, but you do not walk into the future alone. I go before you. I walk beside you. I stand behind you. Even now in this very moment on this specific date I am aligning certain things in your life that you cannot yet see. The timing of this message reaching you is not an accident. There are no coincidences in my sight. I see the exact time on the clock as you read this. The state of your heart, the thoughts crossing your mind. I see the weariness you carry and still I am here. I arrange meetings, opportunities and quiet moments of clarity that will open new doors for you. Trust that not everything is lost. Some things are just beginning. Archangel Michael's urgency, that sense of 3 minutes left, is meant to pull you out of delay and into decision. Not a decision to chase fear, not a decision to run after fantasies, but a decision to finally say, I choose healing. I choose life. I choose to walk with God into whatever comes next. Let these words be the turning point where you decide to stop punishing yourself for the past and start partnering with me for the future. You do not have to know every step ahead. You only need to take the next one with me. The loved one who rests in my presence is not the end of your happiness. They are part of the foundation of love that has helped build who you are. Carry their good qualities forward. Let the kindness they showed you become the kindness you show others. Let the strength they had in their own struggles inspire you when you feel like giving up. Let their laughter, their warmth, the moments you shared remind you that even in a broken world, beauty still exists. When you honor the best of who they were by living fully, you are honoring both them and me. I am also healing the parts of you that were wounded long before this loss. You think all your pain comes from their departure. But there are older wounds, rejections, disappointments, betrayals, words spoken over you that cut deeply. Those layers add weight to your grief. That is why sometimes your reaction feels bigger than even one situation. Know that I am touching those hidden places too. I am gently unraveling the lies you believed about yourself. That you are unworthy. That you are cursed. That you are always the one who loses. That happiness is for others but not for you. Those lies do not come from me. I call you beloved. I call you chosen. I call you capable of new beginnings. There will be days ahead when you feel my nearness more clearly. And there will be days when you don't feel anything at all. Your perception does not change my presence. Even in your numbness, I am there. Even when you are too tired to pray properly, when all you can offer is a sigh or a single word. I hear you. When you just whisper, help, all of heaven hears that cry. And help is released in ways you may not immediately see. Trust that what you feel is not the full picture of what I am doing. So much of my work in you happens quietly, like a seed growing beneath the soil before it breaks through the surface. At times, missing your loved one will still hurt. There may be random days when the pain feels fresh again. Do not be ashamed of that. Grief does not move in a straight line, and I am not measuring your progress as if it were a test. I am walking with you step by step through each wave. When the wave comes, let it come, but let it wash through you while you hold my hand. Do not drown in it. Lean into me. Tell me this hurts. I miss them. Speak their name in my presence. Let that vulnerability become a path to deeper intimacy with me rather than a place where you feel alone. I also want you to guard your heart from hopelessness. The enemy of your soul would love for you to conclude that life is pointless, that nothing good lasts, that you are destined only for loss. But I, your God, declare over you that there is still hope, there are still reasons to wake up in the morning. There are still songs you have not yet heard, sunsets you have not yet seen, moments of laughter you have not yet tasted, people who need the light in your eyes. When you allow hope to return, you are not betraying the one you lost. You are honoring the life I have given you. If at any time your pain becomes so heavy that you begin to think the world would be better without you or that your own life is not worth living, hear me with absolute clarity, that thought is not from me. Your life matters more than you know. You are not a burden. You are a blessing in ways you cannot always see. If such thoughts come, reach out, speak to someone, ask for help. Do not suffer in silence. I work through people too. Friends, family, counselors, helpers. I have placed some of them in your path for a reason. Let them be part of your healing. You are not meant to walk this road entirely alone today. Let this message be like a key in your hand. You can choose to keep it only as words you read once, or you can choose to use it to unlock the door where you hid your pain, your guilt, your fears. Hand them to me. Speak them in your own words. God, I give you my grief. I give you my memories. I give you my regrets. I give you my fears about the future. I give you the one I lost. I give you my heart, tired and fragile as it is. When you do that, even if your voice shakes, you are cooperating with the healing I am already bringing. The one you love now at peace in my presence is not forgotten by me, neither are you. I hold both of you in the same vast love, though in different ways now. I am with them in glory, and I am with you in your journey through time. One day all things that are now separated will be understood in the light of eternity, and every tear you have cried will be accounted for. Until that day, live, breathe, love, grow. Let your heart slowly unfurl again like a flower that thought winter would last forever, only to discover that spring was already on its way. Remember this. This message found you today on this date in this moment because I wanted to remind you that you are seen, known, and loved. You have not been forgotten in the crowd of the world. Archangel Michael's urgent call is not to frighten you, but to awaken you. 3 minutes, 3 days, 3 years. Time is in my hands, but your heart is in yours. Choose now to open it, to let my light enter the places you have kept in shadow. As you do, I will walk with you, heal you, and lead you forward. Step by gentle step, I am with you in your sorrow. I am with you in your memories. And I am with you in the new beginnings that are coming. You are not alone. You are loved. And even in the places that hurt the most, I am already at work turning your mourning into a deeper, quieter strength that will carry you into the next season of your life. As you are reading these words, I am with you. I see the room where you are. I see the device in your hand. I see the thoughts moving through your mind like a storm that never seems to fully calm. And I tell you now, this message is not an accident. It is a gentle loving whisper aloud by me for your heart. In this moment, you have been searching, waiting, watching, wondering if I truly see you, if I truly care, if what you lost will ever make sense. And now I lean close and speak to you with a love that has never left you for a single second. You have heard the words. Today on November 15th, Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now. Snorts, 3 minutes left. A person who is, in heaven and who you love very much asks you to open this urgently only for you. I see how these words touched something deep inside you, something that aches, something that cries silently when others are asleep. You think of the one you love who is no longer physically by your side. You think of their smile, their voice, their presence. You wonder where they are, if they are safe, if they remember you, if they still care, if they see what you are going through. I tell you, I have not lost them. And I have not lost you, my child. The pain you carry is not small. It is not invisible to me. I have watched you pretend to be strong in front of others, hiding how fragile you feel inside. I have watched you wipe your tears quickly when someone enters the room, smiling as if everything is fine. I know the nights when you stare at the ceiling and ask, why did this happen? Why like this? Why now? Why to me? There are answers you do not see yet. But there is one truth that must live in your heart from this moment forward. You are not alone in this pain. And you are not walking through it without my hand upon you. You feel that time is running out. As if 3 minutes left is more than just a phrase. You feel rushed by life, rushed by anxiety, rushed by regret, rushed by the fear that you will miss something important again. But listen to me. What is meant for you in my love cannot be stolen by time, cannot be stolen by people, cannot be stolen by death. There are things you think you lost forever that I still hold in my hands. I am not rushing you to frighten you. I am calling you urgently because your heart has suffered long enough under the weight of lies that say you are forgotten, abandoned, cursed, unworthy, or punished. I say to you now, you are loved. You are seen. You are remembered. And you are being guided step by step into a gentler, brighter path than the one behind you. The one you love who is with me is not angry with you. They are not blaming you. They are not disappointed in the way you have stumbled through grief. They know in my light how heavy the road has been for you. The moments you replay in your mind, wondering if you could have done something differently. If you could have called earlier, visited sooner, said more, hugged longer. They see all of that through the truth that I hold. They see your heart, not your mistakes. They see your love, not your fear. They see your efforts, not your failures. The voice you imagine hearing saying, "Why didn't you?" is not their voice. It is not mine, it is the voice of guilt. And guilt has no right to chain you anymore. I know what you wish. One more minute with them. One more conversation. One more chance to say what you never got to say. You wish you could see their face right now. Feel their arms around you. Hear them say your name in that way only they could. And you wonder if they know how lost you sometimes feel without them. I tell you, I see every word you whisper when you speak to them. I see how your eyes fill with tears when you say their name. You think you are talking into emptiness. But nothing spoken from a sincere heart is ever lost. Every tear you have cried has been counted. Every word of love has been heard. Every silent question has been noticed today. I am not speaking to you to frighten you. I am not speaking to you to make you anxious or to bring more fear into your soul. I am speaking to you to loosen the knots inside your heart. The ones tied by grief, by trauma, by disappointment, by feeling that your life is just a long series of losses and delays. I am speaking to show you that even when you felt abandoned, I was present. When you thought no one understood your pain, I understood it perfectly. When you thought no one was listening, I was listening to every sigh. When you wanted to disappear, I held you in a love that would not let go. You have asked me many times, Lord, if you are with me, why do I feel so alone? My answer to you is not a condemnation. It is a tender truth. You feel alone because you keep trying to carry everything by yourself, convincing yourself that you are too much, too broken, too much of a burden to share the depth of your pain. You smile so others do not worry. You laugh so others do not suspect. You withdraw when the emotions become too heavy. You shut down when people do not understand. My child, you have trained yourself to survive. But I did not create you just to survive. I created you to be loved, to breathe deeply, to rest, to feel safe, to feel held, to feel looked after, to feel chosen, to feel like you belong somewhere that cannot be taken away. Today on this 15th of November, I place my hand gently upon that part of you that feels like a wounded child left in a dark room, calling out and hearing no answer. I step into that room with you and I turn on a light that no one else can turn off. I come close and I say, I am here. I have always been here. I will not walk away from you. I do not stand at a distance judging how you have coped. I come close understanding that some days you are proud of your strength and other days you feel ashamed of your weakness. I tell you now, I am not ashamed of you. I am not tired of you. I am not impatient with you. I am patient with your healing. I am committed to your restoration. I am faithful to the process. Even when you feel like giving up on yourself, you think often of the one who went to heaven and how their absence created an empty seat in your life. That empty seat at the table, that empty side of the bed, that quiet place where their voice used to echo, all of it speaks loudly to you. But there is a side of this story you have not seen. I did not allow their love to simply vanish from you. The love you shared has been transformed, not destroyed. It has become part of the way I am gently calling you back to life. Every good memory, every tender moment, Every precious laugh is a thread I am using to weave healing into your soul. The loss you feel is real, but I am weaving beauty even into the space of that loss. Sometimes you feel guilty for laughing now, for enjoying yourself, for having a good day, for feeling okay when they are gone. You feel as if you are betraying them, moving on too quickly, forgetting them. I say to you, they do not want your life to stop. In my presence, they see more clearly than ever that your life still has purpose, that your days still hold meaning, that your heart still deserves joy. To honor their memory is not to stay in pain forever. To honor their memory is to grow, to love again. To breathe fully, to step into the future I still have for you. They do not want you frozen in the moment of their departure. They want you to move forward with a quiet knowing that they are safe. They are held. They are not suffering as you imagine. And that I have wrapped their story in my eternal love. You have carried not only grief but also fears about your future. You have wondered if anything good is truly coming or if life will always feel like a test you are failing. You look at others and ask why their paths seem smoother, their families more whole, their opportunities more abundant. You look at your own journey and see broken pieces, closed doors, delayed blessings, confusing turns. And you think that maybe you are just unlucky, cursed, or ignored. Today, I breathe a new word into your spirit. You are not cursed. You are not ignored. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. There are seasons that do not feel like preparation. They feel like punishment. There are days where the silence feels like rejection, where the delay feels like abandonment. But I am not using this season to destroy you. I am using it to carve out space in you for the new I am sending. When a tree is pruned, it bleeds. Branches are cut. It looks smaller, weaker, reduced. But the pruning is not the end of its story. It is the beginning of a healthier, stronger, more fruitful season. Much of what has been taken from your life has been followed by tears and questions. But in my wisdom, I am opening space for better connections, healthier love, deeper peace, stronger clarity, purer joy. Today, as you read these words, there is a quiet shift taking place inside you. A part of you that had accepted misery as your destiny is being gently challenged. A part of you that believed you would never be truly happy again is being touched by my promise. A part of you that thought no one would miss me if I disappeared is being corrected by my voice saying I would miss you. I created you. I delight in you. I refuse to let your story end in darkness. Even in your darkest thoughts. I have stood beside you keeping you alive when you did not see a reason to stay. You are still here and that is not meaningless. There is holy purpose in the simple fact that your heart is still beating. The urgency you feel 3 minutes left is not about losing me. It is about finally turning fully toward me. It is about allowing my love to sink deeper than your fear, your guilt, your regret, your disappointment, your confusion. For so long, you have allowed other voices to be louder than mine. The voice of fear, the voice of shame, the voice of people who did not understand you, the voice of past wounds, the voice of those who left you. Today, I ask you to allow my voice to become the loudest. Not just for a moment, but as a new way of living. You do not need to earn this love. You do not need to impress me. You do not need to have a perfect past, a perfect family, a perfect body, a perfect mind. I loved you when you were broken. I loved you when you were confused. I loved you when you were angry. I loved you when you doubted me. My love for you has never been on trial. You have looked for signs, numbers, moments, words, dreams to tell you that I am near. Some signs comforted you, others confused you. I am not angry at your searching. I see how desperately you wanted reassurance that your loved one is okay, that you are not forgotten, clears throat, that your prayers are not just vanishing into the air. I tell you, the very desire you feel to connect with me has been a sign of my presence. The way your heart softens when you hear about hope. The way your eyes fill with tears when you hear that you are loved. The way your spirit stirs when you encounter words like these is proof that I have not given up on you. If I had given up on you, you would not even care to read this. But here you are holding these words with a mix of pain and hope inside you. And here I am wrapping you in a love that does not depend on your understanding. There are relationships in your life that have disappointed you. People who promised to stay but left, people who said they understood but judged you behind your back. People who took from you but rarely gave to you. People who used your kindness, your innocence, your generosity, your loyalty, and then disappeared when you needed support. These experiences made you feel unworthy, foolish, too trusting. They made you close your heart, build walls, doubt your intuition. I want you to know those who misused you did not define you. They revealed something about themselves, not about your value. I am healing your heart so that you can trust again, not blindly, but wisely. I am not asking you to let everyone in. I am asking you to allow me to guide you to the right people. Safe hearts, gentle souls, honest spirits who will not just receive but also give. Who will not just talk but also listen. Who will not just appear in your highlights but also sit with you in your low moments. There is a divine rearrangement happening in your connections. Some people will fade away because they cannot go where you are going. Do not chase every lost connection. What is meant for you and me will find you. I will not allow the wrong people to block permanently the blessings I have authored for your life. The one who is in heaven and whom you love very much is not lost in darkness. They are not wandering around alone. They are in a realm you cannot fully see now where the limitations of this world do not bind them. They do not carry the same worry, pain, confusion, and heaviness that weighed them down here. They are surrounded by a love purer than anything you have known on earth. And from that place, they would tell you this live. Please live. Please love again. Please take care of your heart. Please do not punish yourself forever. Please forgive yourself. Please trust that you are not alone. That is the spirit in which I speak to you now. There are days ahead where you will still feel waves of sadness. Healing is not a straight line. Some memories will still make your chest tight and your throat hurt. That does not mean you are failing, that does not mean you are going backward. It simply means your love was deep and deep love leaves deep echoes. Allow yourself to feel without condemning yourself. When the wave of grief hits, let it come, but do not let it tell you lies. Cry if you must, but remember I am there in the room with you. When you place your hand over your heart and whisper their name, I am the one holding you both in a love that does not die. There are also days coming where you will laugh again with a freedom you thought you lost. There will be moments when you will look around and realize that you have survived what once you thought would destroy you. You will feel my presence in small things. A kind word, a quiet morning, a gentle breeze, a song that touches your soul, a sunrise that feels like hope, a conversation that makes you feel seen. You will notice that your heart, though scarred, is stronger, softer, wiser than before. The pain will not define every second of your day. It will become a chapter in your story, not the entire book. I am also working, in areas of your life that you rarely speak about. The worries about money, stability, future responsibilities, family issues, health concerns, personal battles that stay hidden behind your smile. You have believed that you must tackle all of this alone, that no one will help you, that you must be strong for everyone. Let me speak plainly to you. I did not create you to carry every burden alone. I did not ask you to be everyone's savior. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to say, I can't carry all of this by myself. You are allowed to lean on me, to ask me for guidance, to ask me for strength, to ask me for provision. When you worry about tomorrow, I am already in tomorrow. When you fear that you will not have enough, I already see the ways I will provide. When you tremble at the thought of being left with nothing, I hold in my hands blessings that you cannot yet see. I do not promise a life without challenges, but I do promise that you will not face them alone. When you feel weak, call my name. When you do not know what to do, pause, and bring your heart to me. I can give you ideas. I can lead you to the right people. I can open doors that looked sealed. I can shut doors that would harm you. Stay connected to me, not as a ritual, but as a real relationship. Talk to me with honesty, not fancy words. Tell me everything, even the things you are ashamed to admit. I already know and I love you still today. Only for you means this. I am meeting you personally in your unique story. I am not comparing you to anyone. I am not asking you to perform like others. I am not measuring you against standards invented by this world. I know where you started from. I know the hidden battles. I know the silent struggles. I know the unseen tears. I know the things you survived that nobody even knows about. I know how hard you are trying even on days when your effort is invisible to others. And I come to you now not with harshness and criticism, but with tenderness and a new beginning. Let this be a turning point. Not a moment where all pain disappears instantly, but a moment where you decide, you will not walk another day believing the lie that you are abandoned. I am asking you to invite me into your grief, into your memories, into your questions, into your future. Not as a distant idea, but as the one who walks beside you. When you wake up tomorrow, remember that I am there. When you feel panic rise in your chest, remember that I am breathing calm into your soul. When you feel like you cannot go on, remember that I am holding you with a strength greater than your weakness. The voice of Archangel Michael in this message is the voice of urgency, not to scare you, but to awaken you to love. I order you to open this right now is not a command to fear judgment. It is a call to receive comfort. It is a call to stop running from your emotions and instead bring them into my presence. It is a call to stop hiding your wounds and allow me to heal them. It is a call to stop believing that you must be perfect to be loved. You are loved now as you are in your incomplete, imperfect, wounded state. My child, as you hold these words in your heart, I want you to breathe slowly and feel this truth. You are not reading this by chance. There is a reason your eyes are on these lines today. There is a reason your heart is moving right now. There is a reason your memories of the one in heaven feel so close at this moment. I am touching those places inside you because I want to begin something new. Not a new pain, but a new peace. Not a new loss, but a new restoration. Not a new fear, but a new level of trust. Take a moment now in your heart, and whisper silently that you are willing to let me walk with you more closely. You do not need perfect words. You do not need special rituals. You only need honesty. Tell me that you are tired of carrying everything alone. Tell me that you miss the one you love. Tell me that you are afraid of the future. Tell me that you want to feel my presence more clearly. Tell me that you want to heal. I receive every word, every sigh, every tear. You are safe with me. Your story is not over. The chapters that broke you will not be the last ones. There are still scenes of joy you have not lived yet. There are still people you are meant to meet who will bring light into your life. There are still dreams inside you that I placed there which I intend to awaken, not bury. There is still a purpose that only you can fulfill because only you carry your exact combination of experiences, wounds, wisdom, compassion, and strength. Even the parts of your story that you are ashamed of can be transformed into sources of empathy and power to help others. The one you love in heaven would be proud to see you choose life again. They would be proud to see you take small steps toward healing. They would be proud to see you smile again, not in pretense, but in truth. They would be proud to see you share kindness with others who are hurting. Kindness that comes from understanding pain yourself. They would be proud to see you walk in the light of the love that never left you. So my child, as this message gently comes to a close for now, know that I am not leaving you. I remain even after the last word. I am in the quiet that follows. I am in the stillness of your room. I am in the rhythm of your breathing. I am in the warmth that touches your heart as you think of the one you miss. I am in the strength that will rise in you when you face tomorrow. I am in the unseen protection around you. I am in every step you take forward, even the small ones. Today on November 15th, hear me clearly. You are loved more than you can comprehend. You are seen more deeply than anyone on earth has ever seen you. You are held more securely than any human arms could ever hold you. You are guided even when you cannot see the path. You are not alone in your grief. You are not alone in your fears. You are not alone in your longing for the one in heaven. My love surrounds both of you. This is not the end. This is a beginning. Keep walking, my beloved. Keep breathing. Keep hoping. I am with you and I will not let you go. Heaven is leaning close to you in a way you cannot see with your eyes but can feel in the quiet place of your heart. And I, the Lord your God, am using this moment to reach you in a way that cannot be ignored anymore, because Archangel Michael stands beside you and says in the Spirit, I order you to open this right now. 3 minutes left. Not as a threat, but as a divine urgency of love. Because a person who is in heaven and whom you love very much has been asking and pleading for this moment of grace over your life, asking that this message come to you urgently, as if they are whispering, please listen. This is only for you. Don't ignore it this time. I see you, my child, even when you feel unseen. And I see how often you scroll quickly, how often you skip, how often you tell yourself, this is for somebody else, not for me. And yet you remain hungry inside, longing for a word that feels like it was written with your tears as the ink in your life as the paper. And today I am telling you that this is that word. This is that moment. This is that opening in the curtain between heaven and your heart that you have been waiting for without even knowing it. I am not speaking to you by accident. I am not speaking to you randomly. I am not speaking to you as a distant God who does not care. I am speaking as the one who has walked with you through nights nobody knew about. Through anxieties you could not explain. Through those times where you smiled on the outside, but your spirit whispered, I am tired. I am so tired. And you didn't know how to say it to anyone. I heard all of that. I saw all of that, and even when you thought your prayers were lost in the ceiling, they were collected in my hands. And even when you thought your tears were wasted, they were counted and treasured. And not one of them fell without my knowledge. Today I reach into that invisible place. And I say, my child, this is for you. Don't run away from it this time. There is someone you love who is no longer on the earth, and their absence has built a silent room inside you where you often sit in memory and questions in unspoken sentences that begin with if only and why and what if. And even though time has passed, the ache still visits you like a shadow that knows your name. I see the way you sometimes feel guilty for moving forward, as if you are betraying their love by healing. And at the same time, I see the way you feel guilty for still hurting, as if you are weak for not getting over it. And you stand between those two false accusations like someone stranded between two waves. Listen to me, beloved. I do not call you weak for hurting. And I do not call you disloyal for healing. I call you human. And I call you mine. And I am not offended by your tears or your confusion. The person you love who is in my presence is not asking you to stay stuck in pain. They are not asking you to lock your life in a room of sadness. They are asking with a love purified and made whole that you allow yourself to receive comfort, to receive peace, to receive the courage to live the rest of your days as a testimony that love never dies. It simply transforms in my hands. When Archangel Michael says, open this now. 3 minutes left. It is not about a clock on the wall, but about the clock of your heart. About the moments where you choose whether to close again or to finally let healing begin to flow in deeper ways than before. My child, you have survived things that tried to break you. And sometimes you underestimate your own resilience because you are so used to crisis that you think survival is just normal. But I have seen how heavy some days have been. How close you were to giving up on hope, on trust, even on yourself. There were moments where you thought, if I disappeared, would anyone truly care? Would anything change? And yet you remained. And that remaining is not an accident. There is a purpose wrapped around your existence that even your darkest thoughts cannot cancel. I have kept you through nights where your chest felt tight and your mind would not quiet. Where sleep came late and fears came early. And you did not realize that while you lay there overwhelmed by thoughts, my angels stood guard, holding back things you will never have to see or fight. Archangel Michael has fought battles in the unseen so that you could have the chance to read words like these in the scene. And though you may not feel like a warrior, understand this. The fact that your heart is still capable of love, of compassion, of tears, of tenderness after everything you have been through is one of the greatest victories heaven celebrates. You often look at your life, and see what is missing, what you lost, where you failed, what you wish you had done differently. And your inner voice can be harsh, replaying old mistakes like they are your only identity. But I am reaching into that internal drama and saying no more. I am not the voice that condemns you relentlessly. I am the voice that corrects you with love, lifts you back up, and calls you by your true name when you forget it. You are not the sum of your worst decisions. You are not the echo of other people's cruel words. You are not defined by those who walked away, betrayed you, or couldn't see your worth. I, your Creator, define you. And when I look at you, I see someone worth saving, someone worth pursuing, someone worth speaking to over and over again. Even on days you ignore me, I do not stop coming for you because you are stubborn. I am patient because I know what I planted in you and I know what I am transforming you into. The person you love in heaven sees you from the perspective of my light now. And if you understood how they see you, you would be more gentle with yourself, more hopeful about your future, and more willing to believe that mercy still belongs to you. There are burdens you carry that you never fully put into words. Memories you tuck away because you think no one would understand or they would judge me if they knew. And so you build walls around your story and try to protect yourself by shrinking emotionally. But beloved, you cannot heal what you refuse to even acknowledge in my presence. You do not need to explain your pain perfectly. You just need to be honest with me because I already know every detail. I am not coming to you today with a list of rules you failed to follow. I am coming with a heart that has watched you try to be strong for everyone while secretly wondering who will be strong for you. I am here in this very moment in every word that touches a hidden place in your story, and I am saying, let me be the one who holds what you have been hiding. You don't have to hide your sadness from me, your anger from me, your confusion from me, your disappointment even in me. I am big enough to handle it all, and I love you enough to stay right now. As you read, I want you to notice something. Your mind may try to distract you, to make you skip, to rush through, to say, this is too long. I don't have time. I'll read later. But your spirit knows that these are the very words you have been needing. And that later often never comes. This is what the urgency is about. This 3 minutes left. Not because my love has a deadline, but because your openness is often limited by the distractions and noise around you. For a moment, let the world be on pause. Let the worries about tomorrow sit down. Let the regrets about yesterday be quiet. In this sacred now, I am sitting with you, speaking to you, calling you by the name I gave you in my heart before anyone called you anything on this earth. Let yourself receive this not for content, not for thrill, not for curiosity, but as if you are truly being addressed personally because in ways you don't understand. You have asked questions about why certain things had to happen, why someone had to leave so soon, why a relationship failed. Why a door you wanted stayed closed, why people you trusted turned away. You have thought to yourself, if God truly cared, wouldn't things look different? And you have been tempted to confuse my silence with my absence. Hear me clearly. I have never been absent from you. Not for one breath. Not for 1 second. Not even in the moments where you actively pushed me away or chose paths that broke my heart. I was there when you received the news that shattered your world. There when you wiped your tears secretly, so no one would see. There when you questioned your value because of how you were treated. There when you wondered if love is even real. I was there in the hospital corridors. In the quiet house, in the crowded room where you still felt alone, in the nights of overthinking, in the mornings where you didn't want to get out of bed, I was there and I am still here and I am not going anywhere. The loved one who is in my presence now is not lost to me. They are hidden in me. Safe in a dimension where pain can no longer touch them, where regret no longer stings, where fear cannot enter. Their story did not end. It simply transitioned to a chapter you cannot yet read from earth. But I, the author, hold all chapters in my hands. When you talk to them in your thoughts, when you whisper their name, when you hold their picture and sigh, that love is not wasted. It is seen. It is honored. And I fold those moments into my own eternal remembrance. Yet hear me. They do not want you trapped in the graveyard of what was. They want you to walk with me into what can still be. They want you to laugh again without guilt, to dream again without fear, to love again without constantly waiting for loss. They want you to become the healed version of yourself that I have always planned because that is the way you also honor the love you shared. Archangel, Michael stands as a sign of protection over you. There were seasons where you didn't know why certain connections broke suddenly, why certain people walked away, why certain opportunities slipped through your fingers. You only saw loss, but I saw protection. Not everyone who smiles at you has a heart that wishes you well. And not every door that is open is a door I want you to walk through. You have been disappointed by sudden endings. But there are conversations about you in the heavenlies that you are not aware of. Assignments against you that were cancelled because I intervened. Traps set for you that never sprang because I redirected your path. Sometimes the yes you wanted would have destroyed you and the no you hated saved you. When I denied certain things you begged for, I did it with tears of love, knowing you would misunderstand me for a time, but trusting that one day you would see my wisdom. You are moving into a season where your heart needs to be lighter to carry what I am bringing. And that means releasing things you thought you had to hold on to forever. This does not mean you will forget. It means the weight of it will no longer crush you. I am teaching you how to remember without reliving the trauma. How to honor without idolizing the past. How to grieve while still believing in tomorrow. I am teaching you how to sit with your memories without drowning in them. How to feel pain without letting it define your identity. You are not the one who was abandoned or the one who failed or the one who lost everything. You are my beloved, my work in progress, my miracle in motion. My testimony being written day by day, line by line. When Archangel Michael says, "Open this urgently," it is because heaven knows how important it is for you to agree with this new identity and let go of the old labels that others attach to you in their ignorance or cruelty. You have also been battling with feelings of unworthiness as if blessings belong to everyone else. As if good news is for them and you are only meant to endure hardship. You see others receive things you long for. Love, stability, opportunities, affirmation, and you secretly wonder what's wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with you that my love cannot heal. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are not at the bottom of some spiritual list. There are timings to everything I do. And while you see delays, I see a careful alignment of circumstances, hearts, and details you cannot yet imagine. I want to bless you in ways that do not destroy you. In ways that do not pull you away from me, in ways that do not inflate your ego but deepen your gratitude. There are doors that have your name on them. Connections that will feel like oxygen to your soul. Opportunities that will fit you like they were made just for you. Because they were. And I am preparing both you and those blessings so that when the two meet, it is a holy fit, not a temporary fix. The person in heaven you love very much has seen my goodness in fullness and would tell you. If you could hear them clearly, you can trust him even when you don't understand him. I know that trust is hard for you, especially after betrayal, after disappointment, after heartbreak. You began building walls to protect yourself from people. But without noticing, some of those walls also made it harder for you to receive love from me. You tried to survive by expecting the worst, by assuming that happiness is always short-lived, by telling yourself not to get your hopes up. But I am calling you to a different way. Hope in me is not foolishness. It is an anchor. Faith in me is not denial of reality. It is agreement with a higher reality. When you hope in me, you are not setting yourself up for heartbreak. You are positioning yourself to recognize my hand when it moves. There are patterns in your life that you are tired of repeating, cycles of connection and rejection, of starting and stopping, of promising yourself change and then falling back into old habits. Do not be ashamed of the struggle. Transformation is a process, not an instant event. But listen, I am giving you strength to break those cycles, not by your willpower alone, but by my spirit working from the inside out. When you feel the familiar pull toward what once hurt you, call on me instead of relying on yourself. When you are tempted to go back to environments that drained you, remember that you are not the same person who once tolerated that level of disrespect or chaos. You are being upgraded in your self-worth. And as that happens, some people will not understand you anymore. They will accuse you of changing, of being distant, of thinking you are better than them. Let them talk. You are not changing to impress anyone. You are changing to protect the destiny I placed on your life. There is also a gentle but firm correction I bring to you today. Not to shame you, but to guide you. Stop comparing your journey to others. Stop measuring your progress by someone else's timeline. Stop assuming that because you are not where they are, you are somehow behind or less valuable. I have written a unique script for your life and no one else can live it. When you compare, you dishonor the originality I invested in you. When you envy, you waste energy that could be used to build what I am calling you to build. Celebrate others without shrinking yourself. Be inspired by them without copying them. Give thanks for their blessings while still believing for your own. In time, as you walk faithfully with me, others will look at your story and say, "Only God could have done that." And you will know in your bones that it is true. In the hidden places of your heart, there are dreams you have almost buried. You told yourself, "Maybe I asked for too much. Or maybe it's better if I stop hoping for this." And yet the desire still flickers, refusing to die completely. I am the one who placed those deep desires in you. The ones aligned with goodness, purpose, and love, not to torment you, but to draw you into a future that reflects my heart. I am not promising you a life without challenges, but I am promising that none of your pain will be wasted and none of your waiting will be in vain when it is placed in my hands. The time you think you have lost is not lost in my sight. I can restore, redirect, and redeem in ways that will leave you in awe. Do not rush ahead of me in panic. Do not drag behind me in fear. Walk with me step by step. Even if all you can see is the very next step. That is enough for now. You wonder sometimes if the one you love in heaven is disappointed in you. Or sad when you struggle or angry that you didn't do things differently. Release that burden where they are. They see more of my love and mercy than you could imagine. And they see your life through that lens, not through a harsh human judgment. They are not your judge. I am your judge. And I am also your father, your healer, your defender, your closest friend. I am not here to strike you down, but to lift you up. I am not here to replay your failures, but to reframe your future. Your loved one's story is complete in my presence, but yours is still unfolding and they are cheering for you to keep walking, to keep believing, to keep choosing life and hope and growth. Honor them by living fully, not by shrinking into fear. There are days ahead where you will feel me more strongly. Moments where peace will wash over you unexpectedly. Conversations that will confirm what you are reading now. Doors that will open that you did not even knock on. Do not be quick to dismiss those moments as coincidences. They are whispers of my involvement, signs that you are not abandoned to randomness. I will place people in your path who see you with fresh eyes, who speak life into you instead of draining you, who remind you that you are not alone on this journey. I will give you ideas, inspirations, creative sparks, opportunities to use your gifts. And as you respond with courage, your life will begin to align more closely with who you truly are in me. But all of this begins with one simple profound choice to receive my love right now. Not tomorrow. Not once you fix yourself, not when you become more spiritual. But right now as you are with your doubts, your questions, your imperfect emotions, I am not asking you to pretend you have it all together. I am asking you to bring me the pieces. I can work with pieces. I can work with ashes. I can work with brokenness. I specialize in resurrecting what others consider finished. in rebuilding what others have given up on, in breathing life where there was only sighing. You are not disqualified from my love. You are not too late for my purpose, you are not too far for my hand. So as you reach this part of the message, understand that heaven is not far away, not in this moment. The line between here and there is thin. And through that thin place, love travels freely. The one you love, who is with me, is safe. You who are still on earth are seen and held. Archangel Michael continues to stand guard, to fight battles you don't see, to protect paths you haven't walked yet. And I, your God, am not silently watching. I am actively working even when it feels quiet. Your story is not over. Your hope is not foolish. Your heart is not beyond repair.